everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Today I'm going to talk about the education system in Pakistan. So because I shared this information with a few people here and they found the education system really interesting. So the education system in Pakistan is quite simple, easy to understand. So here I think classes for that are under primary school, they have a different separate school, and so is the case with high school and middle school, while this is not the case in Pakistan. In Pakistan, primary, middle and high school are all together. Levels of education, which is primary, middle and high, it's called a high school because it educates you till high school, starting from primary. So in primary, obviously there's 5 years education. We are not talking about here the prep school or the kindergarten. So from class 1 to 5 we have, you can call it grade or class, whatever is easy for you to understand. So from first grade to fifth grade is the primary school. So you study for 5 years in primary school and then your middle school begins, which has grade 6, 7 and 8. And after that, 9th and 10th class or grade is considered the part of high school. So you study, when you reach the high school, you have only 2 years to study. I'm talking about a place that offers you education from primary school to high school. It's a 10 years education. Now you have to get admission in a college. To get admission in a college, you don't require to pass a test, and you only need to, you get admission on the basis of your results or percentage that you get in high school. Class 9th and 10th, both grade result is combined, and then the whole overall percentage is taken under consideration. If you're passed, you didn't fail any exam, you can get admission in a private college, but a government college has its merit or a specific percentage that you need to have, which is usually above 60%, if I'm not wrong. So you study in college for 2 years. Now if we talk about the subjects, what subjects options you can get to have in high school, if you study science subjects, you can get to choose science subjects in college, or you can just go simply with arts, or you can go with computer study. You are not bound to study sciences. And if you study arts, then you cannot get to have the option to study sciences in college. You can study like if you're studying art subject, you can choose to study computer, you can choose to go with the arts. Now college study is what actually decides what you can study in university. Here in Algeria, according to my information, you pass the high school, you directly go to university. But for us, we have colleges as well, and then we have universities. So there's school, colleges and universities. In college, now if you studied sciences, you can go with a science subject. You can switch to arts as well, and you can, if you studied arts, then you cannot choose to study sciences. So after that, you study in university for like 4 years. College offers the studies of university and college as well. In college, you can get the university education because, for example, in every city has colleges, but small cities don't have universities. So a lot of students cannot afford to leave their city to study in a university. So the college offers the education. You can stay in your city and you can get the university education, but obviously it doesn't have a broad a list of options. The 2 years education, the first 2 years of college are called first year and second year, and after that you have bachelor's, first year, second year, and doing your bachelor in a college. You can directly get yourself into university. To get in a university, you require a test. You have to study for 2 years in your master's. After master's, we have MPhil if somebody is seeking to acquire higher education. You can go with MPhil. MPhil is 2 years studies, but if you're a medical student, After passing your high school with science subjects, you have to continue your study of science subjects in college, study for 2 years in college, and then you have to take a test. This test is taken on a national level, in which all the students from the whole country compete in this test, and there is a certain merit which you need to acquire to get admission in a medical college or university. I think it's just like baccalaureate exam here in Algeria. So you have to take the test, and then you need to acquire a certain percentage, which must be above 90 in most cases. Study in a medical college for 5 years. So after 5 years of studies in medical college, you have 2 years to work as it's called house job in the same college. So after completing 5 years of study, you can choose to do this house job in the same college, or you can go to another one. And after that, you can go for specialization, which is also 2 years of education, and then you finally get to become a doctor. I personally myself wasn't really a hardworking student. I have had my high school. In high school, I studied sciences, and the first 2 years of college, I studied sciences as well, which is physics, chemistry, and biology. And then after that, the bachelor's, in my bachelor's, I studied in college. I studied zoology, botany, and psychology. Sciences in your bachelor's, you can't really choose to study art subject, but luckily I found this university, one of the universities. My university where I did my master's from, it offered, it was open. The admission in art, literature was open to any student, no matter what you've studied in your previous bachelor's. I applied for admission in both psychology and English, which was my interest since the beginning. God knows how I ended up studying science subject. My master's in English, I did it for 2 years, and I didn't really want to continue after that. So I started working for 2 years. After, right in the same year when I completed my master's, I worked as a teacher. I could be a teacher of English and science subjects in a school level. But I hope you guys find this video interesting. If you find that you find things a little complicated, and you find that something isn't clear, you're most welcome to write it in the comments, and I will try my best to clear all the complications or misunderstanding. If you find this video informative, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. If there's anything you want to know or you want me to talk about, see ya, take care.